Okay, so this topic is about credit card offers and what you should be aware of in determining which is the best credit card for you. So credit card issuers are required to disclose the terms and fees of credit cards in an easy-to-read box called your Schumer box. Most of you guys can get more information about the Schumer box through the Federal Reserve as they created a new act back in 2009. So when you're looking at a credit card offer, credit cards may charge many different types of interest rates. Your annual percentage rate, first you want to look for is what you would have for purchases. So that's how much you would charge for anything that you purchase. Multiple interest rates may be listed. Your final interest rate may depend upon your creditworthiness of the applicant. First, you want to look and see if it's a fixed versus a variable APR. Fixed rate APR cannot change during the period of the time outlined in your credit card agreement. A variable rate may change depending upon the other factors such as economic conditions. What is the APR for the purchase for this particular credit card offer? You can see it's 14.99%. Is it a variable rate or is it a fixed rate? You can see that it's a variable rate APR. Typically in choosing a variable rate APR, the interest rates are only going to go up. They will never go down. Next type of rate might be an introductory rate. This is going to be an APR that may be charged after a credit card is opened for a promotional time period. We'll have a different APR, usually higher, after the introductory period ends. Not all credit cards have an introductory rate. What is the introductory rate for this particular credit card offer? The introductory rate is going to depend upon the creditworthiness of this particular applicant on this credit card offer, so it could be 12.99, 13.99, or 14.99 depending upon the creditworthiness of the applicant. Another APR that is going to be available to you through a credit card offer is a balance transfer APR and cash advances. A balance transfer is an act of transferring debt from one credit card to another. So instead of having a $1,000 balance on one credit card because it's got a higher interest rate, you may want to transfer that balance to a new credit card because it has a lower interest rate. So that would be a balance transfer. Cash advance includes withdrawing cash from an ATM using the credit card. A balance transfer and a cash advance fees may also apply, even if the APR is 0%. So a penalty APR is also another rate that you have to be very aware of, and when does that one apply? This discloses a penalty APR and a penalty term that triggers the new penalty APR if something were to occur. In this case, it might be making a late payment, going over the credit limit, making a payment that is returned through an insufficient chun check, or do any of the above on another account with this particular bank. A penalty APR is an interest rate charged on new transactions if the penalty terms in the contract are triggered. So what is the penalty APR for this credit card offer? 28.99%. How do you avoid paying interest on purchases? This is what we call a grace period, and this explains how you can avoid interest charges by paying credit card bills in full every month. However, if you don't pay your bill off in full every month, you have a minimum interest charge, and that's typically going to range anywhere from 50 cents to $2 per month. Credit cards may charge many different types of fees that you need to be aware of. So in this case, there might be a setup or maintenance fee, and this is just to open up the card, a fee to open up the card. There may also be an annual fee, and that's a yearly fee that may be charged just to have that credit card. So what is the annual fee for this particular credit card? $20. You do not have to have an annual fee with credit cards. There's many credit card offers that are out there that do not charge annual fees. I am not a proponent of getting a credit card that has an annual fee. So even if I never use that credit card, by having that credit card, I would still have to pay to have it. Transaction fees disclose any transaction fees for the card. There might be balance transfer fees, cash advance fees, which are charged in addition to your APR. So in this case, you see various different amounts based on transaction fees. Penalty fees. Disclose the late payments, such as charged when a cardholder does not make the minimum monthly payment by a due date. Over the limit fee is going to be if you ever go over the credit card limit. In this case, is quite significant. So if you look at those fees, you've got a $29 fee for late payments over the limit, and then return payment fees are $35. How we calculate the balance. Credit card companies can use one of several methods to calculate your outstanding balance on a credit card. What method is used to calculate the balance on this card? Average daily balance, including any new purchases. How do I lose that introductory APR? What could happen what would I have done to lose that introductory interest rate? If the card has an introductory rate, this area will list how the lower introductory rate can be lost. In this case, if the cardholder is more than 60 days late in paying the bill, what is the APR that the cardholder will be charged if the introductory rate is lost? 28.99%. So there's many benefits in thinking about credit cards that you might want to consider, and I know I addressed these in classes before. But you might find credit card offers that give cash rebates. So they might give 2%, 3% back for everything you purchase. They'll give you that back in the balance reduction. You might be able to get a credit card offer that gives you frequent flyer miles, maybe travel accident insurance, warranties for items that are purchased in addition. So those are all things that you may want to consider in selecting a credit card. What are the rewards that this particular credit card might offer me, in addition to the value and importance of your APR. So make sure to know the terms and conditions of that credit card, and what are the fees and higher interest rates in using some of those benefits. So how do I obtain a credit card? First, you want to comparison shop. Compare other credit card offers and determine which card to apply for. Complete a credit card application, a form requesting information about a person's ability to repay. The lender is going to conduct a credit investigation in which they're going to compare the information on your application to what's on your credit report. And then you'll find out if you're approved. An applicant may or may not be approved, which is going to depend upon your credit worthiness. Credit card companies send pre-approval credit card applications in the mail when the individual has passed their initial credit check. So those might be offers that you might see in the mail sent to you for pre-approval. So what do I need to consider in choosing a credit card? What are those most important factors? First, the annual percentage rate. What is going to be your cost of borrowing? Next, you want to take a look at how the interest rate will be calculated, if it's fixed or variable. You want to know if there's any introductory rates that are going to benefit me for a period of time. What are the minimum interest charges? And what are the annual fees, late fees, balance transfer fees, and credit limit fee? All those are very important in selecting the best credit card offer that will cost you the least in the long run. That is it for this section of notes. Have a good day.